Hey, hello out there in YouTube land. File91e here again. This is not a Disney news and reviews thing. I actually decided to make a short little video. Well, maybe not so short, I don't know, depending on how long I ramble on for. At work the other day, I stumbled upon these questions put forth by the YouTuber known as Ogunchi. He asked a series of questions, 7 or 8 questions, and he wanted to hear what the answers were. So I figure, you know what, just for fun, let me answer these questions. So let's get right to it. Okay, I got them written down here. Do you or have you ever played in a live-action role-playing game or tabletop role-playing game? And the SCA does not count. I have never played a LARP, you know, a live-action role-playing game. I know friends who have, but I never have. I thought it'd be interesting, but I guess it's just too much effort to be put in there, and I think I wouldn't be able to make it or put enough I wouldn't get motivated enough. But I definitely have played tabletop games. I've played D&D. In D&D I just play, but I also GM a Star Wars game. I'm actually about to play that tonight when my friend gets off of work, or he's going to come over with another group of friends and we'll play Star Wars, the Star Wars role-playing game. I just like messing with people and coming up with my own storylines, because in the Star Wars universe you can do anything. Okay, question 2. If you were stuck on a deserted island and could only bring 5 things, what would they be? Now, I wrote the answers down. I thought about this before just because I didn't want to take up the time. So here's what I wrote. 1 is a satellite phone, because I'm getting my ass off of there. My pocket knife, gotta have my pocket knife. Playing cards, I would have to bring playing cards. I'd become the master of solitaire and come up with, you know, newer games, or, you know, make the biggest card house I could, I guess. I don't know. A big metal cup. Now, I'm talking a cup that you can like boil water over, because a cup, you can have a lot of uses for a cup, as a shovel sort of thing, or just, you know, like I said, boiling water, cooking in. It's always good to have like a good big container, good metal container that's sturdy. And I would like to have my camera with all of my batteries, because I'm going to document that every step of the way. You know, I like to take all kinds of pictures, because if I ever got off, thanks to my satellite phone, those are definitely going up on Facebook. And you know what? I'll make a video slideshow or video collection and put it up on YouTube. I can't find, you know, that's a life story that I couldn't possibly forget about. Okay, question 3. You're about to go back in time to 1100 Europe for the rest of your life. Now, you're only allowed to take 10 things with you. Now, aside from a set of clothing, what would you take with you and why? I said I would take the newest set of encyclopedias and hide them in my closet, because I don't want to mess up history and, like, you know, not cause stuff that led to me being born or anything. You know, chain reaction in history. You know, I'd just be there. I'd be like the old hermit and wizard that lived out in the forest that knew everything. Tons of Irish Spring soap. I'm sorry, I can't live without that. I gotta smell good. My Mach 3 razor. Sometimes you'll see me. This is it'll either be before, you'll see me on here before I've shaved, because I usually shave in the mornings. But I would have to bring my Mach 3 and plenty of spare razors. My iPod, I actually took this idea from the Raven of Poe YouTuber, and she had a good idea. You take your iPod, now even though the battery won't last too long, if you only play one song a month or one song a year, you should be able to, considering my I get about 200 songs per battery, a little bit more if I only listen to it once a month, and I think I could deal with that. Pictures of my family, obviously, in a photo album or whatever. Have to have pictures of my family, only because, I wouldn't be able to see them again, except for my photos. 100 notebooks, 100 of those little marble notebooks, just to write my life story down, and I'll probably wrap it up and dig a hole, and in 1,000 years people will find it, be like, oh man, this is the story of this guy. That'd be interesting. A cookbook, because I can't live without my homemade pizza every now and then. Cookbook, I'd make all these weird dishes that people never heard of. They're used to bread and bread and tomatoes. I'm making filet mignon and stuff. I'm a good cook, so I couldn't live without that. A spare pair of glasses, well, at least 4 pair, just because I'd like to be able to see for the rest of my life. A world atlas, just to know where everything is. I could, it's like there's no island there, but there is, because it says on my atlas. I'm smarter than you. And then a lot of gold, just because I wouldn't want people to think I'm a commoner. Because if you're a commoner and know everything, they consider you a witch. But if you're rich and you know everything, you're royalty. There you go. 7 minutes. Okay, if I had to choose between 10,000 people that I don't know on the other side of the world, even, dying, or a single close family member dying, which would I choose? Sorry, 10,000 people. I don't know them, and the main thing is I love my family more than anything in the world. It wouldn't be a second's guess. I know the more noble thing would be to say, oh, I'll sacrifice my brother for the good of mankind. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. Simple as that. Wouldn't even think about it. If you could live forever, but had to be really ugly, and I mean really ugly, would you, and why? Well, I'm already ugly. Really ugly. So yeah, I choose to live. I'd like to see, the end of the world, be able to just respawn if something happens to me. I wouldn't care. I'd know everything. I'd be around forever. I'd be a god. Because people are easily manipulated. People think I'm a god. Now, question 6. If you find a bag with $10,000 cash in it and you have no idea who left this, and you know that you could walk away with the bag without anybody knowing, would you take the money? And what would you do with the money? Well, yeah, I'd take it. I've been living a lower middle class all my life. We work for what we get, and whatever we get, it's usually the lower line stuff. So $10,000, yeah, I'd take it. Wouldn't even think about it. Wouldn't care whose it was. I have debts to pay, and that's what I do with it. Pay off my debts and get me back to zero. Because when I'm at zero, there's the only place I can go is up. Alright, question 7. And this is the last real question. Do you believe in a higher power? If so, what and why? Yes, I do believe in a higher power. What God? Here's what I wrote. I was raised in a Catholic school. Now, I believe in God, Jesus, and all that. But I don't believe in how Christians celebrate God. There's not enough passion in it. But sometimes there's too much passion. You get those crazy Jesus freaks. Now, I believe God and I have an understanding, kind of like, like He's another parent. And He takes care of me, and I try to be the best at what God wants me to be. I just try to be the best that I can. And I think He'll take care of me if I just be a good person. So that's my belief on God. Now, question 8 really isn't a question. It just says answer truthfully, yes or no. The next thing you're going to say is going to be no. No. Well, so that wraps up those questions. A quick little thing. I went and printed out all of the Internet Movie Database's top 250 top rated movies, and I cross out all the ones that I saw. I'm on a quest to try and see all of these movies because I enjoy good movies. I encourage a lot of people to do so. If you're into movies, obviously, just print it out, cross them off, and just work on it. So looks like the first one I want to try and get is 12 Angry Men from 1957. So either way, I hope you got some enjoyment out of this video, just something random. Stay tuned for next week's news and reviews. I'll always keep them up, and who knows, maybe I'll do more of these random videos. I challenge other people to do this too. You know, go to the, I look at my description thing, write them down, think about them. I challenge all my friends to do it. Corn Shack. I know you only want to do video game stuff, but I challenge you. All my other friends. Chump Chicken 02, I got you. So anyway, File91e, I'll see you later.